Welcome back, viewers. In the last video, we had seen the installation of FerenOS standard KDE Desktop. So we had used the FerenOS standard ISO to install the KDE Desktop. So this is the KDE Desktop. We have booted it, and now what we will do is we will first go in the system settings. I will have to again change the resolution. Okay, so now today we will check out the KDE desktop that was installed. This is a little bit modded KDE desktop, so it differs from the traditional KDE desktop. So let us start. So at the top, you have got this notifications area, and the date and time function is given. Bottom there is one single panel. So on the left, you have got the application menu. Then there is, I think this is a minimize maximize button. It is the workspace switcher. You have to just use the escape key to come out of the workspace function. Then in the middle, you have got the Vivaldi web browser. The files icon is there, and the FerenOS store is there. To the right, you have got the system tray with the system maintenance. There are some two notifications for the system maintenance. Then there is the update manager. It is welcoming us. Maybe there are some updates. We will just check it out. Then there is volume control. So volume control is the PAU control. So you can check out the line in line out functions, the applications which are using the sound card. You can raise the sound volume to the maximum. Then there is the network manager at the very right, and then there are some hidden icons are there. So this hidden icons is nothing but the status and notifications panel that pops up in the KDE desktop. So here you got the onboard on-screen keyboard, clipboard is there, night control, night color control is there, power management, disk and devices, KDE Connect, and the lock key status is there. So we will go one by one. So let us first complete the notifications area system tray. So let us open this, open system maintenance. There is some updates are there, I think. Let us check out. There are some problems detected because when I booted up, it was again going into the installation mode. So system started the installation. So there is some issue with the FerenOS ISO, because yesterday we had installed, then when I have booted for the first time, again it was going into the installation mode. Then I ran the installation. So installation it only did the installation of local and updated the bootloader, and then it completed the installation. Maybe there was some issue in the last installation, but I have never seen like this. There is definitely some issue is there with the FerenOS, but otherwise when the system is booted, I think everything is working. Let us see. So install language packs. So you can install the language packs from here directly. You can set up the system restore utility. So they have provided the time shift as a system restore utility. So you have to put your sudo password to start this system restore or backup utility. You have to use rsync because use the extended for file system. If you use btrfs, then you have to go with the btrfs option, and there is a help is also there, so it will guide you. Click on the next. So it will estimate the system size. So it is telling us VDA 1 and VDA 2. So that first is the boot partition, second is the root partition. So we will keep the backup on the root partition. So you can see the free size of the root partition. So totally 12 GB is free out of the 20. So FerenOS is taking around 8 GB of system space. Now here you have to click on the next. So you can configure. So I will take daily updates, daily backups 1, or you can altogether switch off the daily backup and use only say weekly backup 1. You can do it as you please. It depends on how much free space you have got. If you got lots of free space, say 500 600 GB, you can go for one monthly, one weekly and one daily. That is good enough for most of the users. Then you can have a backup of one boot, so that will be useful, because boot does not change every now and then, so it remains constant. So one backup of the boot is enough. Stop cron mails from the scheduled task, yes, so otherwise the scheduler will send you the emails. Then click on next. So which kind of files you want to exclude, which you want to keep. So root files do you want to keep, so I will exclude all the root files. I will just go with the home SAM and I will include all the files. This is my choice of settings. You can have your choice also. You can do a mix, like only include the hidden files for the root. So those are the very important system files. So that you can include here. Then you click on next and then you finish. So the time shift is now active and it will run in background as per the scheduler, and it will take the backup of the system. So suppose while we are doing the review, it might start in the background and then slow down the system. So you will have to keep in mind. So if the system slows down during the review, it is the time shift that is running in the background. So I will close the time shift now. Now it is again checking the system for issues. So I think it will only show, but I don't understand why it is showing the detected problems as install language pack. So it should not show this. It is something not appropriate. It should not show install language packs as detected problems, or show setup system restore utility as a detected problem. It will show something like it is a do your system maintenance and then show these two things instead of showing detected problems. So anyway, this should be taken care of by the developers. They should do this. We are just pointing it out to the users and the devs. Then next, there is the system information. Here you can see all the complete system information. Then these are the crash reports. Right now it is empty because it's a new installation. Then there are some options like install software, so remove the foreign packages, downgrade the foreign packages. So this is very good. Suppose you install some foreign package and you don't want this, you can just go here, remove the foreign pack, all the foreign packages will be removed. And you can also downgrade the foreign packages, because sometimes what happens is after the upgrade, the foreign packages don't work with along with the system. They don't gel with the system, and then they create the problems, instability and other issues. So you can just downgrade the foreign pack, so the older version of foreign pack might work. And then you can fix the merge list problems, purge the residual configuration, remove the duplicate entries in the registries and the software center. And in the advanced, you can view the log package changes. For example, right now it might not have. So okay, so there are some. So this is the logs are there. So Python 3 PAM was installed. So you can see the timestamp here at what time it was installed. Then there was a purge command was given to remove the Calamar settings. So these are the 10 packages that were removed by the system. I think it was 10 or something, 10 or 7 packages that are removed by the system after the installation is complete. So that it is showing. So I will now close this down and system maintenance is done. I think we don't have anything to do. I will not install language packs. This is review. You can do it. I have showed you how to install and set up the system restore utility. I will close this down. Now let us check out the updates. I think there will be some updates. This update manager looks very much like the update manager in Linux Mint. So they are using some tools of the Linux Mint here. So this update manager I think is from the Linux Mint. So that's it. There are 54 updates, around 361 MB of update is there. So I will not do the update. Yes, do you want to switch to local mailer? Yes, we can do that. You have to just input the sudo password. Okay. So here you can see the software sources. So that is good. We wanted to see this also. So these are the official repositories of the FerenOS with the Ubuntu base focal. So optional sources like source code, repositories, debug symbol, unstable packages, work in progress, theme, icons redesign. So you can check out the progress theme, icons redesign. If you want to do this, you can just toggle it here, and then you can see what the work is going on by the developers of FerenOS, and check out the icon redesign they are doing from here. Then this is the PPA control. So here you can see the graphics driver are there. So if you have got any graphics card, you might want to enable these two repositories. Those sources repository of graphics drivers won't be required by most of the users, only developers might need it, but you can enable this top graphics drivers PPA. So you can install, I think, NVIDIA and other drivers from the other manufacturers of graphics card. Then there are some additional repositories, so that has been enabled by default, like the Google, Vivaldi and WineHQ. So you can install the Windows software on this. The WineHQ is already by default enabled. Then these are the authentication keys. So everything is there. There is nothing to worry. I think it will work very stable, but there was an issue with the installer. So there is something is wrong with the installer, because we have already installed the system yesterday, and when we booted the system for the first time, then again the installer started, and though the installer did not install completely, it only just configured the locales, and then it updated the bootloader. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. So I will close this down. Now let us check out the onboard, whether yes, the onboard is keyboard is working perfectly. Now the clipboard is there. Let us check out the night color control, whether it is working. So it was working. Right now it is not working. So night control requires configuration, because it was working in the daytime also. So I think the default settings are work all the time, and save the eyes of the users. So take care of the eyes of users. So might be this is why it was running in daytime also. Then you got the KDE Connect to connect with the Android devices. Lock key status is there. The disk and devices management is here, and then power management is there. Okay, so you can manually block sleep and screen locking from here. So if you just click on this tick box, it will manually block sleep and screen lock. So it is a useful function. Suppose there is some work going on, like the update or the backup is going on, then you can leave it the backup or the update unattended, and you tick the box here, so the your system will never go into sleep, or screen will not be locked. So it can run on its own, and then you can do your other work. Now let us check out the file manager. Yesterday I have shown you it is the Nemo file manager, not the Dolphin they have used. So looks perfectly. I think it is working properly. You can see here there is no issue. It is just working perfectly. There are no any slowdowns or any graphics problem. The GUI is also perfect. I don't see any tear or any cuts at the edges of the windows. So I think it is working perfectly. Then you got the Vivaldi browser. So this is the default browser, and you got the FerenOS store. So let us check out the FerenOS store. So meanwhile it is generating the cache, but I think during the install video we had generated the cache. So again it was generating the cache. So this is the GNOME store they have used. So you can see here the accessories, customization, games, graphics, science, education, all applications, Flatpak. So the Flatpak support is there by default. You can see here. So that is very great, good. So you can install a lot of Flatpak applications. Then there are system tool section. So you can use this. You can see here I think NVIDIA was there. I just saw NVIDIA somewhere. Yes. So the NVIDIA settings is there. So this is good news for the gamers. So you can install FerenOS and configure the NVIDIA graphics card, and then play games on this. So this is gamer friendly ISO, or gamer friendly distro, we can say. Okay, so everything is there in the system restore. Lot of applications they are given. Now let us go back. I want to check out this customization. This is different. Yes, so here I think in customization the fonts are given. I can see a long list of fonts are there. There are some backgrounds also, like the Feren background Zinc, Feren background Xenon. So let us try to install how it looks. Let us try to install this. So it is installing now, and we will go back. Okay, so there are some theme parts are there. So these are the different themes available here. So you got the Windows themes, Numix themes, Mac OS theme is there. Different themes are there. Let us install the Mac OS GTK or Mac OS X icon. So let us install this, and then we will check out the theme later. And these are the backgrounds. So we already installed one background. These are the fonts. Okay, so this is nice touch. Let the install complete in the background. So these two are pending to install. Now we will come here. Now this is the favorite section. So just like Windows, you have got the favorite section here on the right hand side of the application menu. Then there are sections like the graphics. So the graphics section includes the document scanner. What is this? Coco is the image gallery. Krita is the digital painting. LibreOffice Draw is there, and the Ocular is there. So Ocular is the document viewer from KDE. Then in the internet section, you got the Vivaldi. There is one web browser manager. We will come to this. Here is the email client. You have got Kde Connect, Kde Connect SMS. So you can connect the SMS from phones, and that those SMS will be shown here on the your desktop or laptop. Connect open on connected device via KDE Connect. So it will open the device that is connected with the KDE Connect to your laptop or desktop. Then this is the Remina, that is the remote desktop client. So let us check out what is this web browser manager. So it is taking some time to open up, I think. Okay, so now it has opened up. So we have got a selection of different web browsers available. So Vivaldi is there installed by default, but you can choose you can uninstall Vivaldi from here and choose any one or multiple browsers from here. So you got the LibreWolf, Falcon, Gnome Web, Opera is there, Bravo is there, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, and the Google Chrome is there. So quite a bunch of web browsers are available, and you can install furthermore from the web, the internet, or you can install it from the store also. There will be some more on the store also. So I will close this down. So we have installed one theme and the wallpaper or the backgrounds. I will close this down. So let us check. So it is showing the FerenOS store, but this is nothing but the Gnome store. So we have checked all this. Now in the multimedia section, you got the cheese, that is the selfie taker. So it uses the camera of the laptop. So there is one camera on top of the screen. It will use this to take the selfie. And then the Vlc Media Player is there. No, there is no any other app is there. So no Rhythm Box or Praga or any other media player. Only the Vlc Media Player is there. Good enough. Vlc Media Players supports lot of formats, media formats. So there is no need of any other media player. In the Office section, you got the calendar, the LibreOffice Base, the LibreOffice Calc, LibreOffice Draw, LibreOffice Impress, LibreOffice Math. The whole LibreOffice suite is there with the LibreOffice Writer, and the Ocular is there. So let us check out the calendar. This is the KDE calendar or what? Let us check. Yes, this is the KDE calendar. This is the look of the KDE calendar. You can see here. This is the KDE calendar. So I will close this down. Now in the science and math, you got the LibreOffice Math only. This is the settings section. So this is the Gnome disk. Yes. So you already know it is used for partitioning and the management of the disk space. Then this is the input method. So you can configure the input methods. So different input methods are there. So you can configure the input method using the input method framework. So I think there is a toggle. You can use none, you can use ibus, or you can use xim. Okay. Now this is the languages section. So here you can set the languages, language packs, install, apply the system local, system wide. There is 26 language support is installed. You can remove the additional language support that is installed from here. Yes. Now there is Synaptic package manager also is there. So this is the added advantage. So using this you can install further different desktops. You can see here you can install the different desktops from here. So the GNOME desktop can be installed. All the desktops are there available. So KDE is there. If you want, I think even the Mate desktop will be there. If you just enter the Mate, and you can see here the Mate desktop will be there. Of course, yes, you can see the Mate was there. Here it is. This is the Mate desktop application. So you can install Mate desktop also here. Any desktop you want, you can install, because the Synaptic package manager is there. It is very powerful tool, but very few users use. Everybody, it is fashionable to use the terminal, though terminal is also powerful, but equally powerful is this Synaptic package manager. Now let us check out the system maintenance. So we'll check out the system information. So it is showing, no, it is not showing any memory usage or those kind of things. So again, you have to use the escape key to close the workspace manager. There is no way to see the memory usage here. The system maintenance will just open the detected problem, system information, crash reports, and the optional things. It is not showing the system monitor here. So I think this is lacking here. Okay, so now sources, software sources I already shown. Update manager also shown. Login window, let us check out what is the login window settings. I think it will, yes. So here you can do the decoration of the login window. So you can change the appearance, backgrounds, themes. There you can show optional pictures as a background. You can configure the user list that will be shown on the login screen. You can hide certain users from the login screen. You can add guest sessions. You can configure the automatic login. You can activate number log, hide DPI support, monitor support, panel indicators. You can toggle them on and off. So all those things are possible here. Okay, so now there is a driver manager is given. So here you can use this to install additional drivers. Suppose you got some sound cards or video cards, you can use this to add the drivers for those extra hardware items on your system. Then there is the info center. This is the K info center. So there is no need of any additional drivers. It is using integrated drivers for sound and video, so there is no need. So here in the K info center you find the KDE Plasma version as 5.25.3, KDE frameworks is 5.96, Qt version is 5.15.5, kernel version is 5.15, 41 generic 64-bit. So it is using quite the latest kernel available. Graphics platform is X11, so it is not using Wayland, it is using the X11 platform. This is the system monitor, the energy star energy information. Let us relaunch the system monitor. Let us see. So okay, so directly the system monitor is not available. You have to use the K info manager to launch the system monitor. So here you can see it is using 1.5 GB of memory. Disk space use is 8.8 GB out of the 19.2. CPU usage is quite good. I really like this. It is very frugal. You can see it is jumping between 3 to 10%. So that is commendable job. But memory usage, RAM usage is little on the higher side. It is using 1.5 GB right now. You can see here the memory usage by the plasma system monitor itself is 102 MB and the info center is using 88.1 MB. So now let us check out the applications history. So here you can see the history of the CPU usage. Now let us check out the processes. So the plasma shell is using around 311 MB. System monitor 125 MB, K info center 88 MB, Kvim is the window manager for KDE that is using 85 MB, onboard is using 41.4 MB, Feren maintenance tray is using 23 MB. So different processes and applications using different memories, but this memory usage is little on the higher side, 1.5 GB for a KDE desktop. It should have been around 1 to 1.2 GB, then I could have been satisfied. But anyways, there is no lag in the system. There is no shutter in the system. Everything is working, so nothing to worry. Only the issue was the during the install. So after the install complete, I booted again into the system, and then the installer again started install some locales, configured the locales, and then it updated the bootloader, and then it killed the system, killed the installer, and then the system booted directly into the KDE desktop. So there is some issue with the installer. Otherwise, after the installation, system is working quite good. There is no issue with any of the applications or the system itself. Okay, the spectacle screen capture utility is there. So genome maps has been provided. So it is a this FerenOS KDE desktop is a mix of genome applications and the KDE applications. So they are tried to use the best from the both of the worlds, that is genome and KDE. Kwrite is there because the Nemo file manager itself is from the genome branch or the genome desktop side, and this maps is also from the genome. Some applications, this latte desktop, latte doc is mostly used in KDE desktop. It is provided, so it is a mix. Arc is the archiving tool. There is calculator. So I think this is the KDE calculator. Yes, I think it is KDE. Let us check about. It is KDE calculator. It is not genome calculator. That is calculator. The disk is there, latte doc is there, so if you want you can install the latte doc. Okay, in the system now we will again go back in the system. So there is a K system guard we have seen. Okay, so K system guard is there, so you can directly launch. You don't need to go in the K info center. So the K system guard is there. Okay, it is working. So I will close this down. Okay, so here in the K info center, when we use the system monitor, it was showing around 1.5 GB, but when I opened the system monitor, it is showing 0.86 GB. I'm confused how there is so much difference. One is showing 1.5 GB of RAM usage. Here it is showing 0.86 GB of RAM usage. So that is puzzling for me. But I don't see any issue with the desktop. Again, I am telling you. Okay, so time shift we have seen, console, login window, and this is the menu editor. So you can configure the different applications which can be seen in the menu, or you can hide those some applications from the menu. You can tweak the application menu, you can have different new submenus, you can add new menu items, you can remove menu items, you can move up and down the menu items, you can cut, copy, you can add separators. Everything is possible using this KDE menu editor for the KDE application menu. Yes. Yes. Now tour we have already done during the installation of this FerenOS. Now the transfer tool is there. Yes, transfer tool also I have shown you during the installation, so no need. Yes. Now let us check out this feedback application. So I think it is a web page. It is a link to a web page where you can do give the feedback to the developers. Okay, so the terminal used here is console. So I think it is required or what? Yeah, I will just show you. The console is there. Okay, so it is the KDE console. Okay, so it is opening up the feedback center. So you can log your issues here and then monitor those issues. You can report a bug, report a package dependency issue in FerenOS, and contact me or submit a review of the FerenOS here. Good enough. So I will now close this. Go back again in the system. Then I will check everything is done or something is pending. Yes, now this GDB package manager is given, so you can install any of the deb packages. So you just download any deb package from the internet, then you open the deb package using this application GDB package manager. It will resolve the dependencies, and then if all the dependencies are resolved, you can install it. It will install the package, and then you can use that application after the reboot. So this is how the GDB package installer works. It has got everything. It can resolve dependencies, and it can also check the checksums. If there is some problem, if the package is corrupted, it will report a corrupted package, and it will safeguard your system. So with this, we stop the review here. We have checked out everything. The FerenOS is a usable system. I think it will be stable. Only there was some issue during the installation, which I have already repeated 2 times. So the developers have to check what is wrong with the installer. Otherwise, there is no issue. I see here everything is working fine. Memory usage, the system monitor in the K info center and the K system guard both are reporting different memories, and that too with a large difference. The K info center system monitor was reporting around 1.5 GB of RAM, and the K system guard is reporting 0.86 GB of RAM. So there is some issue in the RAM reported, so that also needs to be taken care of the system developers. Otherwise, this is fine for general users. Everybody can use it for their productivity. There will be no issue once the installation is properly done. But only the installer, the issue with the installer and this RAM reporting is buggy. Developers need to work on this and remove the bugs. Thank you very much. See you in the next video where we will do something new.